This is Aaron Buchanan and Kev Hickman from the Cult Classics, and you are watching Ramsey.
Hi, it's Natalie here for Ramsey at Hard Rock Hell 10. I'm with Aaron and Kev from Aaron Buchanan and the Cult Classics. How's it going?
Having a wonderful time.
Are you?
With my little brace-faced friend over here.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, really good. Indeed.
So, what do you think of Hard Rock Hell? Is this because it's the 10th anniversary? So,
Well, I was here like 3 or 4 years ago with Heaven's Basement.
Yeah.
And then we went off and did loads and loads of touring, and we missed out on a few. But yeah, it's great to be back for like the 10th anniversary, and obviously the launch of like this new band. So that's awesome.
Yes.
With my buddy.
I know. I was going to say, like, tell me. I mean, obviously, since leaving Heaven's Basement, you've started up your new project. How do you think it's been received by Heaven's Basement's fans and obviously new fans alike?
It's done stupidly well. I didn't quite anticipate how well it was going to do, and to be having like the amount of social interaction with fans old and new, and from both of our previous bands. Kev used to play for a band called Ravenite. It's been absolutely off the chart, and our socials are just going up and up and up. Like the first couple of videos we've put out collectively have had like nearly 70,000. They've had over 70,000 views.
I know, it seems to have just gone, doesn't it?
It's absolutely insane. So thank you to everybody for doing that. That's awesome.
You've released your single, and we've got an album coming up. So tell us about the album.
We do. Okay, so obviously I decided to end my time with Basement. We wanted to go in different directions, simple as. I wasn't sure what to do after that. It was a case of you kick it in or you go out and fly the flag one more time. And I had a conversation with my family and the agent and like a producer that I go back 15 years with. And we all collectively decided it was like, this is going to be a bit of a struggle to begin with, but we're going to do it. We're going to make this work. And I was obviously keen to get back out and make sure that I could like just plant my name on like the scene and I'd be happy to be like, no, I'm actually capable of doing something.
Yes, yeah.
So that was important to me, and the other important aspect was to make sure that I got a really good collective of people together, which is where Kev, Tom McCarthy, Chris Guyat, my sister, the producer. Obviously, I went back a lot of years back, and we managed to achieve that. We've got a great manager as well. New album, Man with Stars' Knees, happened. I wrote a lot of that material for Basement. Obviously, we decided, as I said, to part ways, and that is what the new album is. It's an amalgamation of demos that I had for that band, and then the songs that I wrote out of those demos in the UK and Australia, because I was out in Australia for most of the beginning of the year. Yeah,
I saw on Facebook there were lots of travelling pictures.
Yeah. So, and I like the fact that the album is. It's an international album now.
Yeah.
You know? So the Man with Stars' Knees will be out sort of springtime next year. I'm hoping we're in talks with a couple of record labels, and so that could alter things a little bit. But the most important thing to me was to get a great collective of people together to get this album out as quick as possible, but up to the highest production caliber. I wanted to make sure that it sounded as good, if not better, than the Filthy Empire record, and we achieved that. So I'm excited for it.
So, Kev, sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just like just silence Aaron for a little bit. So, how are you finding like the band? Do you find that sort of working with a brother and a sister is sometimes a bit of because thinking back to me and how my siblings are, I don't think we could ever be involved in a creative project together because people would either kill us or we would kill each other. So, how are you finding it?
Well, no, in terms of the brother-sister thing, they get on great. I mean, the
freaks of nature. You're supposed to hate each other.
Well, no, for the most part. But I think it's good as well because there's because they've known each other for so long. If the
they
other
kind of would do.
Exactly. If they do have a problem with one another with anything, it's usually quite like they can be quite blunt with each other.
And they just duke it out there and then.
But in a good way, you know. So they're just not afraid to talk about any problems or issues and stuff, and that's quite refreshing as well. To be involved in a situation like that.
You see with a lot of bands, don't you, that I'm not going to mention any names, but you hear about sort of like mainstream bands. You think, wow, they get on so well on stage. Look at them gelling, and then they're like, we don't actually talk behind scenes.
My sister is the boss, though, isn't she?
Yeah.
My sister is definitely the boss, and I am the guy that just sings and writes.
And you've admitted it on camera, so that's.
I can't not admit it because she is the boss.
So she's whipping you guys all into shape.
Yeah.
Basically, it all comes down to the communication, and I think the communication in this band is really good. I've been in bands in the past where it's not been so great. So it's really refreshing.
So what's on for sort of like the rest of the year for you guys? Have you got anything exciting coming up?
Well, we're playing at Brain Freeze Festival coming up in a couple of weeks' time. That's also in Wales, and then it's a couple of months off, and it looks like we've got touring and some festivals coming up next year.
Yeah, it probably seems really quiet just to have gone to go and do a tour and then a couple of festivals and then disappear. But that's again because we're in talks with these record labels, which defines when the record is going to be released.
Yep.
Whether we do a self-release where we've got control or a label release where it's more financially accommodated for. Which obviously changes things depending on what kind of deal there is out there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because again, as I mentioned before, I still work with the Heaven's Basement agent from TKO. There are about 3 or 4 tours that we're now looking at, and we've got to take our pick. I've never had to do this before. I've actually got to pick between tours because
that's exciting though, isn't it? Having a little bit more sort of like creative control on what you do.
Yeah. And it's not even about just creative control on that front. It's just we've got these great tour opportunities, but which one do we want?
You're going to have to put them all into... Just ask your sister.
Yeah.
Just say, what are we doing?
Yes, boss.
So, I mean, what do you guys like to do on your time off? I mean, I know that you do a lot of like travelling and going back and seeing family and friends. And...
Time off? What's that? No, most of my time is literally spent drumming or teaching drums or doing gigs, organising jam nights. I mean, I do enjoy... playing computer games. I'm a bit of a nerd in that respect.
That's fine. You would get on so well with my husband.
Yeah. One second. What he hasn't told you is that he's also a massive Magic the Gathering fan.
Oh, but this is also coming from someone else that was into it as well.
Come on, you need to dish each other's secrets now. I was like, right, that's it. I'm going to tell about you.
I heard, so Kev comes into the band, and the sort of conversation sort of lulls on for a couple of months. Then all of a sudden it comes out. I end up at his house and I was like, "What's this? That's a Magic card." And I started playing Magic.
We were sat down at a pub talking about the whole thing, and you made some sort of Magic reference to someone that he used to play with a while back.
That's right, yeah.
And I was kind of like, so you play Magic the Gathering? And he was like, well, yeah, is that a bad thing? I was like, me too. It's kind of like this slow reveal of just, we both actually play that damn game.
We're both really not cool.
Yeah, we're both really not cool people.
So you're saying that you've got tours coming out.
Indeed.
You're doing a tour. So have you got one that you've already locked in, or is it just the ones that you're having to pick from?
Yeah, I've not locked it in yet. We're gonna again, because it's got to line up with the released album. If we're gonna go and do another tour, I want to make sure that the album's either come out or it's about to come out.
When are you expecting it? Roughly?
Around springtime.
Springtime.
Yeah, because we've got festivals locked. We've actually got festival appearances locked in for next year.
Okay. Can you tell us about any of them?
Nah, but you know,
for God's sake.
You know, it's the one that I love the most.
Yes.
Yeah. So no more said about that. But yeah, there's some cracking festival opportunities. Well, not opportunities that are locked in, and I'm excited about that to go and see all of the old schoolers and the new school fans as well. So. There's plenty on the cards. Just keep back on the socials. That facebook.com/the Cult Classics. That's where you can find all the stuff out.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. And it's great
to
see you
amazing. Again. Yeah, it's been lovely. And good luck with the brother-sister thing. Just give it time. Thank you.
Moments.